Hamid. You there, Hamid? We can't hear you, Hamid. Go to Andrew McLushan.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Aaron, have you got me there?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Yep. You talked before this tour about this being a bit of a fact-finding mission with a number of players missing. Do you think from that point of view, despite the defeat, it's been a useful exercise? Yeah,
absolutely. I think the experience of Pakistan really come through in the last two games. I think if you look at the, Baba and Imam getting the job done a couple of times with the bat, once in a really big run chase and once in a small run chase. I think that proved probably the difference, the top order in particular. I think what was really impressive is how good our quicks were at different times, although not getting the wickets, and the scorecard can be deceiving at times, but there was some real positives. The way that they brought into plans and were able to adapt to these conditions was outstanding. So some real positives there.
Cheers, Aaron. Thanks.
All right.
Hey, Aaron. You've been in this position before. Just talk about your form during this series and just in the last few white ball innings. Are you concerned at all? Like, how do you look at it and just the manner you've been getting out and all that?
About my personal form, was that the start of the question?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it hasn't been up to scratch. There's been well short of runs in the Sri Lankan series and this series here. There's no doubting that. I don't need you to tell me that it's frustrating, no doubt. And I think as you get older, you probably question yourself a little bit more. But I still feel as though all my training has been really positive. It's just been first couple of balls getting my pad in the way, which has been a theme throughout my career. But it would be nice if that didn't happen. But I'm still very confident that I can turn it around in the next series against Sri Lanka.
Thanks, Brad. If everyone could speak up a little bit, please. We're just having some trouble hearing you on the...
There's quite a bit of noise here.
So if everyone could speak up. Have you got another one, Brad, or you good?
No, Mel is sitting right next to me, Cole, so she'll ask the question right here. Yeah.
Thanks, Cole. Hey, Aaron. Just speaking of getting out early, just wondering if you could talk through what it's like facing Shaheen. He has a ridiculous record of getting wickets in the first over, and he got you in the T20 World Cup as well. Just how difficult is it? What makes him so hard to face in those opening few balls?
Oh, he's a fantastic bowler when the ball's swinging around, and I think the height that he bowls from obviously plays a big part in that. He's fast, he can swing it late, and I guess that his late swing is probably the main thing that troubles batsmen in their first couple of balls, which is obviously frustrating to get out when the ball only swings for an over or two. But he's a great competitor as well, and I think if the wicket's got any bounce in it, he's bringing the slips into play if the ball doesn't swing. So all round he's a quality bowler and somebody who's, like you said, if you're taking wickets in that first over and you're winning that initial power play battle, it goes a long way to being a successful team.
Patrice Malik.
Thank you, Cole. Captain, do you think that if you have your main bowlers with you, then the result will be different, and it's a main difference that you have not the main bowlers and you lost the series?
Sorry, can you just say the first part of that question again, please?
Do you think that you don't have your main bowlers, so that's why you lost the series?
We had our main bowlers. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
I think that it was a great opportunity for guys like Nathan Ellis, Mitch Swepson, Jason Behrendorff, Sean Abbott, Cameron Green to probably get more bowling under their belt in international cricket against some world-class players. So I think that the ability to bowl to the best players in the world on really challenging wickets will hold not just them but the Australian cricket team in really good stead going forward, because it'll allow us to continue to learning about the depth of the team. And that's not hiding behind the results at all. It's just fact that the ability for guys to learn on the job in international cricket is super. And I'm really proud of how the boys tried their hearts out.
We'll go back to Hamad, if you're there, Hamad.
Yes, I'm here. Aaron, I would like to ask you that Haris Rauf is playing in Big Bash League. What about Shaheen Shah Afridi and Babar Azam? What type of player you have experienced? The quality of Babar Azam's batting.
Yeah, I just asked Bubba before if he's interested in coming and playing for the Melbourne Renegades, and he certainly is. So hopefully we can announce that signing tomorrow. I'm only joking. It would be great to have more world-class players in our domestic competition. Bubba is obviously as good as anyone for a long time in this format of the game and T20 cricket. We just talked about Shaheen's strengths. I mean, the talent of Pakistan cricket is extraordinary. So I think world cricket is better when Pakistan are playing well, and world cricket is better when Pakistanis have the opportunity to play in our domestic league. Now.
Thanks, Cole. Aaron, I just wondered how much of an impact your knee injury from the middle of last year has had on your preparation and your movement and your form, because you were going sort of pretty well up to that point, and it seems to have sort of dropped away after that.
Yeah, I think during the World Cup it was an issue, and probably throughout the summer it was as well. But actually, over the last probably only playing the 2 white ball games for Victoria after the Big Bash gave me a chance to get a real chunk of rehab in, which was really good. So it felt great on this tour actually, and probably the best it has felt since before the West Indies tour when I started to feel it badly. So while I haven't been able to do the amount of training over the last, like since the injury up until this tour, I haven't been able to do the amount of training that I probably would have in the past. It's been no issue on this trip at all. So no, I can't use that as an excuse.
Louis.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Mel.
Hey, Aaron, you mentioned LBW is a bit of an issue for you, I guess, in this series. What are you kind of working on technically to address not getting out LBW, for want of a better way of putting it?
Yeah, obviously my head falling across slightly, and it creeps in probably my first 5 or 6 balls in a game. At training, I seem to line up everything quite well. My head gets forward, and I can keep it quite stable and upright. But I think just the adrenaline and the nerves and everything, my head just tends to fall over slightly, which then causes my front foot to move over, like fall over, and yeah, my head just gets outside the line of my body. And my first maybe 10 balls, and once you pass that first 10 balls, it's not really an issue, and any kind of technical flaw you can work with. So it's just getting through that initial part, which I haven't done on this series.
2 more here, guys. We'll go to Amir Malik and then Usman Khan.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing, fella? Just on the first game, you guys got the victory. Why do you think you may have fell by the wayside with the last 2 games? Any particular factor that may have played onto that, do you think?
Oh, we come up against some pretty good players. Losing early wickets in the power play obviously doesn't help when you're batting first, trying to set a total. So that's my responsibility there. That's I mean, in the first game, Travis Head got off to a flyer, and I was just able to sit in behind him, and I think we got none for 100, which then sets up the rest of the innings. But putting us on the back foot with my early wicket in the second game, and then going 3 down, 3 for 6, it's always going to be tough to come back. But I think we were able to squeeze Pakistan in that first game. The ball got really wet and soft, which made it hard to hit, but we were able to squeeze them with some tight bowling early, and the run rate pressure build up on a wicket that probably had a little bit more spin in it. The next 2 have been pretty good for batting, maybe a touch slower in the afternoon compared to the evening, where it slides on a little bit more under lights, but we're outplayed. It's as simple as that as well.
Last one.
Aaron, you just speak about the prospect of Babar Azam playing for Melbourne Renegades. You just speak in frankly manner. are you seriously considering Babar Azam to play BBL in next season, or are you coming to play PSL next season in Pakistan?
You have to wait for the schedules to be released before you can. If Babar Azam is available to play Big Bash, any team would love to have him. Any of the Pakistan guys, we love having them a part of our competition. So any opportunity that they can fit into our competition is fantastic, and they'd always be welcome in the Big Bash. But in terms of PSL, again, all it comes down to is waiting for the schedules to be released and see where there's gaps in the schedule. But yeah, I've loved my time, and we've been treated exceptionally well here in Pakistan, and we've loved the tour so far. Obviously, it would have been nice if we could win the series, but not to be. But overall, the way that we've been treated from the fans and everyone has been fantastic.
Thanks, everyone, and thanks to Aaron Finch for joining us this evening. We'll catch up with all you guys after the T20. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Aaron.
Cheers, fella.